friends, how are you? Good morning. It is Tuesday Tip Day. Welcome. This is Tuesday Tips, a weekly training where we talk about simple things that you can do to help support your body, your mind, and your spirit. Hello, my name is Sarah Torino of the Whole Woman Wellness Formula, and I'm super glad that you are here. Last week, we talked about setting goals, setting intentions, and how to approach setting goals and intentions in a new and a different way. This is kind of a three-part series. So if you didn't see last week's, take a look at it. And then we move into this week. Now, I took notes because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything, because this to me is really the key in approaching doing programs from a different place. So this week, we're going to talk about the one thing that you really need to do when you are approaching doing a new program, be it exercise, be it food, be it whatever it is, but how to approach that thing, starting or restarting, that is kind of a reframe and will help really do things differently. You'll really do things differently. All right, so let's get in. So I find that by the time people come to me, the challenge that they have is they've already stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped and started many programs. They often feel like they're failures. They often feel as if they just can't seem to do it. And they're frustrated with themselves. And often there's a lot of feeling of self-flagellation and self-punishment and what is wrong with me. And I want you to know, as long as I've been in this industry, I see the patterns and I look at them and I try to point them out to people so that they can begin to take steps to break the patterns. So there is a cycle in the diet and exercise industry and with programs that looks like this. I drew a picture. Check it out. Okay, so here's how it goes. It starts up here with, I'm really frustrated with where I am right now. I don't feel good in my skin. I don't like how I don't have any energy. I just don't like where I am, and I'm frustrated by it. And it moves to resolve. I'm going to do something about it. And generally speaking, it comes in the form of I'm doing the thing, whatever the thing is. And then it goes to I'm doing the thing. And invariably, you'll find somewhere in here that the thing is not realistic. It's too much for your life, and it is not sustainable. And so you stop. And here's what bums me out is generally we absorb the stopping as failure. And then what happens is invariably there's some time here, and then everybody comes back up here and the cycle starts again and again and again. Tell me if this is something that is familiar to you. This is something that I see all the time. And so I see the cycle and I just want to put it right out there. So this happens over and over again. And people end up feeling lower and lower, and they end up feeling unsuccessful. And they end up feeling like they're just not making any progress. At best, they're feeling like they're almost backing up from where they want to go. Do you feel like this? Have you ever felt like this? Do you ever feel like I'm excited, I'm going to start the program, I'm going to do the program, and then invariably I can't sustain the program. And so it's like, I'm done with the program. And then you feel really crappy about yourself. So what bums me out about this whole cycle is the feeling terrible about yourself at the bottom. That really bums me out, because from my perspective, in teaching wellness through the lens of self-compassion, anytime you start to feel crappy about yourself, that's just not where I want you to hang out. So first, I just want to say this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. What's wrong is the idea of doing things perfectly, is doing the thing, whatever the thing is doing that thing perfectly. And then if you can't do it perfectly and at 100%, it feels like failure. And so you're done. And that is what I call in my world, all or nothing thinking. All or nothing thinking. I can only do it all. I can't do some. It's all or nothing. And anything less than all is failure. And breaking up with all or nothing thinking is the one thing that you can do when you are starting or restarting your wellness journey to kick it off on a different, absolutely new foot. It is the one thing to start doing, is to break up with perfectionism and all or nothing thinking, especially when it comes to your health and your wellness. And the reason why is because then you can start to find some ground in the middle. And once you can find middle ground, you can feel successful. You can find that programs are doable. You can find that programs are sustainable. You learn that your wellness has no arrival point. There's no start and a finish, that it's a lifetime jam. You're doing it the whole lifetime through. So how can you do it so that you can do it for life? And you learn consistency. Small steps and consistency are profound. And we are going to talk about consistency next week in this 3-part series. So breaking up with all or nothing thinking helps you to move away from perfectionism and toward actual program sustainability. Boom. That's where it is. That's where it all is. And that is where all of my work is based, because it's proven when you try to do all or nothing that it's not sustainable. It's just as simple as that. It's just not sustainable. So here's an example. Your alarm goes off at 6 a.m. for your morning workout. You're tired. You're up in the night with kids, or in my case, a new puppy. And you hit the snooze again and again and again until there's no time to work out. So from an all or nothing perspective, you would respond by being like, well, I missed it. Can't work out today. And there would be some feelings of failure or disappointment in yourself or punishment already starting in that. And kind of a feeling of you're sliding backwards. And sometimes that one miss of a workout will actually blow people out of the water. And they're like, nope, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm quitting. Sometimes that small thing will cause people to just stop altogether and not re-engage. So here's the alternative when you break up with all or nothing thinking. First of all, instead of punishing yourself and seeing it as failure, being a little spacious and tender toward yourself. And then starting to look at, okay, well, I wasn't able to get my workout in this morning. What can I do? That's ultimately the question when you are reframing is, okay, well, I couldn't do that. What can I do? So during the day, you find opportunities to move your body throughout the day. It might be a walk on your lunch hour. It might be a kitchen workout. I got a good one. Let me know if you want it. It might be parking far away when you go to the store. It might be a kitchen dance party with your kids throwing in some squats and push-ups. My point is that it's when you start to break away from the rigidity and the all or nothing thinking and then reapproach with spaciousness and, okay, what can I do? That things really start to take hold. Voila. You, in that moment, have made a decision. Okay, well, I'm stepping away from all or nothing thinking, and I'm reapproaching with an attempt towards middle ground by reframing my workout and reframing what can I do? And this approach can play out in lots of arenas. This can play out in work projects. This can play out in family functions. This can play out in entertaining. This whole idea can actually play out in lots of places. Well, I can't do it like I imagined it. So instead of hanging out in punishment this is terrible, I'm terrible, what can I do? This whole concept is an invitation. It's an invitation to do something differently. And it is the invitation of the Eat Whole Foods, Drink More Water, Move Your Body month. That is the invitation. The invitation is to break up immediately with perfectionism. And you're looking at a whole 30 days in front of you of eating minimally processed foods, drinking more water, and moving your body with regularity. From the beginning, we say, how can you make this work for you? So that at the end of 30 days, you haven't disengaged and you're still engaged in the process of eating whole foods, drinking more water, and moving your body. The invitation is always, what can you do? How can you make this work? How can you set yourself up for success? Breaking up with all or nothing thinking, especially when it comes to taking care of your beautiful body, mind, and spirit, starts to set you up for success. It sets you up for loving self-care. It sets you up for self-compassion. It sets you up for consistency. And it sets you up for sustainability. It's really, really the key towards approaching this loaded topic of your health and your wellness, because it's tied to weight, or it's tied to your fitness and what the world has told you that's supposed to look like. Let's reframe it. Let's do that, because you're worthy. You're so worthy of that reframing. If you're not on the waiting list for the Eat Whole Foods, Drink More Water, Move Your Body month, get on the list now. I only open it up to a small number of people. Give it a shot. Join me in trying things a new way. I look forward to seeing you. Hey, have a great day. Hope this was helpful. See ya.